any minute now. And
let's go, bro. What a couple days, man.
Are you tired yet?
Bro, before we come on, I'm talking to Jake. I'm like, bro, I'm sick. I'm tired. And he's like, oh, that sucks. I'm like, no, but that's when fucking Jordan and Kobe did their magic, was when, Jordan game 6, 103 fever and puts up 50. This is the way it works. So you got to fight through it. But man, what a crazy couple of days. Absolutely monster. For us, obviously, for the migration team and all our devs and everybody who made that happen, was freaking unbelievable and huge. And man, I was so nervous. I've talked on a couple spaces. I was just really nervous because the tech is never easy, and it's there was a lot of stuff on the line.
You tell me you thought that shit was gonna break?
I just, man, we're like setting it, figuring out how to sell into the LP pool and not get front run, right? Not get rugged, and it's like, man, I've been in crypto long enough to know that, like, you do something like this and you do it wrong and like it's all gone, so yeah, I was Jake would tell you I was definitely nervous, doing that last bit, but it worked. The migration was really, for me, a resounding success. I didn't think we'd get that high. My guesstimate, I think, was 73. I think Chris had the highest guess at like 75. And I know some of us were like 75. That's crazy. I was, but we got,
I'm amazed that it was 78%. Yeah. That's like one of the highest migrations I've ever seen. Yeah. Like in my entire life.
Yeah. So that was awesome. Obviously we had a core group of people who migrated very fast. We had like over 50% within the first 24 hours, which was, a real surprise. I think even for us, we were like, wow, that's amazing. And I think people are psyched. Like, it's like, here it is. It ran a bit. I mean, I think it was up maybe
it got close to 4 million.
Yeah.
It was $1 million in trading volume today. I thought that was quite high. Amazing. LP did 2,500 in 24-hour fees, and that just goes all straight back to the liquidity pool.
Crazy.
So solid start. It did actually. Let me see what the chart here. I'll pull it up on here. I don't know what the chart actually closed down at. So let me see.
Wait, it's crypto, bro. It never closes, bro.
No, the daily. That's all that's important.
Is there a daily? What's the end hours? That, like, is there like a set hour when they're actually like, that's the daily? I didn't even know.
Yeah, the daily closes at 5 p.m. Pacific. That's the start of the Asia session. So if you trade, when I was trading Forex before I got into crypto in 2016, you always would look to see when the daily would close, because that's the start of the Asia session. Asia session was always way less liquid than anything else. Nice. Let's see here. So it looks like it closed. Did it close green?
Share the screen so we can see it.
Yeah, that's why I'm pulling it up here. So it did close. It did close green. Look at those. Look at these two gigantic, just wicks. This one 10 million. What's funny is, someone go to the 4-hour. It did close green. That's important. So I was looking at the chart today and I noticed something new on here. They have KOLs. This was new. Okay, so I'm assuming they integrated KOL scan, which is what Pump Fund just bought. Yep. And I noticed there was two big traders on here. Cupsy, who I think is like the biggest Pump Fund trader. It's like 25 million profit this year, something like that. And the other one that I noticed was Cooker Flips, who was on Thread Guy stream the other day.
Okay.
So I think these guys bought this wick in the beginning. So they tried to snipe the token. Is basically what they tried to do, because that's why it went so high. Because they have so many copy traders that they probably bought this thinking it was whole supply. And then it wicked all the way up, because you see Cupsy took both these guys took like an L, right?
How much did they? I zoom in a little bit so I can see.
So Cupsy bought 6,000 worth, 7,000 worth, and then he sold it for 5,000. So he sold it at a loss.
Gotcha.
Right. So he probably I'd bought that. But I thought that was pretty cool. KOLs, they're like diving into this. So none today, last 3 days, see 7 days, see 30 days. Yeah. So these are all the people who bought on the Wick or on the Wick.
It's
and
funny.
then
A lot of people who I heard talking on Spaces about that the acquisition by Pump were like, bro, that acquisition. I mean, that should have been like a year ago. It's like it moves. It doesn't even really move the needle anymore.
at this point,
people don't even really. They really don't even. Most people aren't copy trading anymore, so it's kind of almost a dead thing. Look at that beauty of a chart right there.
Yeah, it actually goes. So the pump. This is the bonding curve right here. This is when it bonded. So it actually went below the bonding curve. But you know, RIP to Tensorium. Long live Agent Hustle. Man, what a day it's been. I'm exhausted, to say the least. But
so just to give everybody what you guys are like, if people are watching, like, why are you exhausted? Basically a bunch of teams who are interested in migrating tokens wanted to wait to see how it went before they kind of committed. So we've been in meetings basically all day for the next group of people who and their projects who are going to be migrating their tokens. So, and it's going to be an impressive list. Let me just say that it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, dude, we got all the homies in here. Bratoshi, Nalake, Dave is here. What's good, Dave? Hustle OP, please nerf. Beautiful chart. We got Shizzy up in the house. What's good? Yeah, I talked with them on a call today. We got 236 people in here already. So what is good within the first 6 minutes? You know, it's crazy because we put that thread out and I haven't even really been able to see a lot of the stats. I did see some of our token numbers, and so they are up pretty high. I can't even tell if shit was actually working today or not. I think so. I didn't see anyone reach out. I was looking at some conditional trade stuff. I do think we need to make some fixes there, which we will go through. It did look like some of them were failing for some reason. So that's one thing we've been trying to figure out. But if anyone uses the conditional tools or the conditional engine or the tools, let me know your thoughts on that. Those are like the two mainstays of the entire product line itself.
Yeah, I mean, I told, because I did have a couple people who were like, "Hey, ping me when V3's up." And my standard advice is like, look, he's already awesome, but you got to play around with him. That like this is if you guys are using LLMs on a daily, you got to be, you don't just bet the farm. You don't put all your money in here, right? But I think if you learn, the smartest people we have using Hustle have learned trading strategies with him and then execute those strategies. And what he has now with conditional just adds a whole new layer to it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Do you guys like hold on, let me see. Do you like this feature here? I made the devs literally spend like an entire day on that. I was like, I need this. It's called proof of thought or chain of thought. It's to like show the progress of where the AI is. So you can actually hear, if you're smart, you can see this is the tool that he's actually using. So he'll show you the tools he's using as he's kind of working through the progress here. And I actually like the tools the most. And if Trevor or CK is watching this, I kind of base the tools off of them because they're what we call analysts. They actually don't trade with Hustle. They just use him to talk with one another and to kind of go back and forth. So we took both of our different communities in mind for this. Let's kind of dive into some of it, right? This kind of little doohickey widget was cool, right? There's completely clean up at the top. Still got the hamburger down here. We added the referral codes. This is something you're going to want to pay attention to here. That will be used in the near future. So make sure you can actually give the referral code out now. It is tracking. And there's probably going to be some rewards that are tied up to it. So you can actually go ahead and give that out now to friends and start referring them. There will be platform rewards. We have literally a whole nother thing, a whole nother wave of tokenomics and gamification that we want to have. Yeah. What is it? Cheetah Tradea? I like it. GM guys, a proof of thought. That looks cool. Yeah, appreciate it. It's a lot of product management, project management, development, using other tools, seeing what things work well, and then trying to bring it over to your platform. And that was one of the things that we liked. So referral code, that's what's new on this page. You can use that now. There will be some cool stuff here in the near future. The Holy Grail, the toolbox. This is my favorite thing of the platform. So let me zoom out a little bit. So what you see here, see it says 28 selected tools. Here you'll see there's two different drops, right? There's two different options, trader and analyst. So trader, these are your on-chain tools. So you can actually click down and you can see what these are, right? So this one you actually cannot turn off because these are kind of the main ones that we need. So you can see in here his memory storage, right? Memory retrieval, the alpha tools here, timestamps, get token prices, swaps, right? So you cannot turn that off. This is Pump Fund, right? So if you want to like go trade inside of Pump Fund, it shows you the tools. Again, I highly recommend people to just come in and look. Launch Labs, conditional trading, we got the liquidity pools. So conditional trading, I'd always recommend to keep this off or on, but you can keep it off. But for the sake of this, right, we'll, let's see, we'll keep those off. Up here at the top, agentic tooling, blah, blah, blah. This just basically says that, see this tool up here? What we learned actually is that, yeah, the shortcut tool is dope. I'm going to show you guys the meaning of that here and like how to get an edge with it. So what we learned actually is Anthropic, which is like the best coding AI agent. And we use kind of a combination of a few, including Anthropic. They say that you should never have more than 20 tools on at a time. So right here we have 28. They say after 20 tools, then the quality of the AI begins to degrade. And so what that means is like Agent Hustle's personality kind of will start to lose this sense because he has so many tools to choose from within a short amount of time, right? It becomes a little bit of an overload on him. It's just like, I like to think of this just like a human, right? So if I put 20 toolboxes in front of you or 50 toolboxes and I say, go fix this, then obviously it's going to take you much longer to figure out what's the right tool.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you're putting on through here. So we put the max at 50. You can actually go above it. I don't really recommend it, but you can. Again, it's not going to like break the thing. It just basically slows them down. So less tools, faster, right? More tools, slower. Pretty kind of basic understanding. These tools are pretty cool. I'm going to turn some of these on. So InfoFi, I like. The social intelligence is cool. This is an API service we use that I guess you'd say it's kind of like a social sentiment tracker. These are some on-chain tools, right? TVL, you could kind of come in and see, right? Do you want to get the TVL for like Ethereum or Abstract, right? Or Solana. So you could come in and turn those on. And you could go all the way kind of down here. Bitcoin tools. This is a big one. So this is actually on-chain data. So you can get the on-chain data for runes, for BRC20, rare sats, etc. This is kind of preparing us for Bitcoin. And then some of the, I guess you'd say like traditional and centralized exchange data. So if you want to get like funding rates, interest rates, stuff like that, you could come in here and kind of turn them all on. The cool part here, though, is if you come down here and you use the @ symbol, you don't actually need these tools to be turned on. This is for a one-time use. So I could literally come in here and, oops, I could come in here. I could turn all these motherfuckers off. Watch, I'm going to turn them all off just to kind of show you. So you could have these all turned off. So you have a super fast Agent Hustle. And then I'll come in here and say, you know, what's new with the ETF and options data from today. And so then he goes in and he knows exactly which tools, right? So you have all the tools turned off. Imagine there's no toolboxes in your room. And then you just threw two toolboxes in there. See, he's a lot faster. So he threw two, he knows exactly which ones to do, and then he applies the rest of the context. So he has these two toolboxes called ETF toolbox and options toolbox. And then he applies what's new with data from today to these two different toolboxes. And so you could see here, right? These are the different tools, right? So this is like a hammer or a screwdriver or your wrench inside of your options toolbox. And so he comes in here and now he's giving you the specific information you want. So you can see ETF volume is up pretty high for Bitcoin. 720,000 BlackRock is owning. That's pretty crazy. Ethereum has been exploding today. Yeah, it's probably why ETH is up 9% today. 11% increase in ETH ETF. So let's see.
I can't believe it. My Sharplink Gaming is back over my purchase price. I thought that was going to maybe take a couple of years to get back there, man.
When can I buy tokenized SBET with Agent Hustle? When will that come? Look at Ethereum options trading is actually pretty big today too. On fire, even put the fire emoji. So what's driving this? He says that Ethereum narrative is taking shape. So what's his alpha today? It's the open interest growth by 5%. Wow. So somebody's about to get wiped out on leverage here pretty soon. So that's the tools. We'll continue to use. I'll probably use only the tools today just to kind of show everything. This stuff, let's see, swaps, all that is the same. The conditional trading engine, right? This is kind of the holy grail of what everyone likes. So we added these kind of prompts here. These you can actually copy right here. And again, up here, we put another warning. So this is basically saying, depending on, what type of condition you're setting, if it's like a highly, illiquid asset, then it might execute, in kind of a 3% price range. Or if you have something more liquid like Solana, it'll execute closer to like a 1% range. But these are kind of like basic conditions, right? Everyone knows what a buy limit is, sell limit, sell market, limit orders, all that different stuff. But you could kind of combine these and do cool stuff, right? So I could say something like, buy hustle when the price drops by 10% with one soul, and then set to take profits at 20% and 40%. And so what he'll do now is he'll come in and he'll set these up as two different orders. And he'll probably, if I have to guess, he'll probably split the one soul up into half a soul. And then he'll do half soul into hustle buying at 10% drop and selling at 20% increase. And then the other one's half a soul into 10% drop plus 40% increase. And but our details show hustle has 6 decimals. I wonder if that's an issue that's ongoing. And what was I gonna say here? Let me see. Is he freezing up on us already? Might have a decimal issue here. Let's try a different one and see. But when this comes up, here, let's do, instead of hustle, Adam, what Solana token should we use here?
Ooh, wait, let me look at my bag of tricks here. What are we looking at? Let me see. Well, let's take an easy one. Let's do pump.
Pump. Oh,
see what it says about pump.
So buy pump. So he says, I noticed hustle has 9 decimals, but details show he has 6. I think that's from the Tensor.
Yeah, that's from our.
That's from Tensor. Because Tensor has 6 decimals, I think. Yeah, Tensor has, because pump fund tickers have 6 decimals. So I think that might be something in his system prompt. So I'm gonna have to fix that.
Add that to the list, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know that decimal thing was a thing during the migration that the devs had to figure out. That was actually a huge kind of sticking point for us. So, but
yeah, so it says hustle has 9 decimals, but our hustle details, yeah. So hustle listed as 6 decimals in system prompt. So that probably explains. I saw some double-digit hustle buys, so I might be kind of associated with it. So you can see here that the condition is executed. Now it's actually pretty fast, right? So he says, I'll set that up for you. So he came down, amount 1 sol, right? He split it into 2 positions. Oh, and there's the positions. So you could see here is the take profits. Here's kind of what he's saying. And he kind of goes on. So here's kind of how to read this, right? This could be kind of confusing. This first right here, this is your order ID. So if you ever need to talk to us, the team technical support for some issue, this is what you're going to copy for us. You can actually even just come in and paste it here and ask them about the order. So for an update or whatever automation you want to do. So this, if it's listed as pump sol, it means buying pump, selling sol, right? So buying pump, selling sol. So you see here, this is the amount of the position. So this is the price of pump. This is the price of sol. So it means that he's going, and then this is the execution price. So this order is going to execute half a sol to buy pump at 0.0052. And once it buys pump at 0.0052, it's going to take profit at 0.0073. So, and then here, it looks like he put a stop loss in here. Interesting. Did I say put a stop loss up there? Is he just being safe? Is that what he said? No stop loss. Oh, look, he's looking out for us. He's putting a stop loss in there for it. What a guy, man, saving me.
Bro, this is what I'm talking about, LLMs though, and playing around, and because you got to fit, like, these are right. This is an intelligent machine, and so you have to learn how it works, and he will kind of evolve over time. But yeah, you got to work with him. It's just like working with a human, really.
Yeah. So Potan said similar to using a ton of different LLMs at the same time with Cursor. Yeah. So this is just one agent. So we took, for design decision, instead of having multiple agents in the background going after one tool, we have one agent with multiple tools. And this is why we put the tools out there so you can kind of pick and choose which ones you want to do. So I don't think there's any other crypto AI project that went this direction, but I almost guarantee you'll probably see people copying off of us at some point in time. Chris says, when V4? Right? We're already thinking about it. V4 comes once we get 1,000 daily active users. So that's up to you guys. And Skills says, I was offline for a month due to family reasons and missed the migration. Please help. Dude, just shoot me a DM. We can chat. The migration is closed. We have talked about this, right? So there is no way to distribute more hustle or for the redemption process. I am happy to talk to everyone. I did put a message in the Telegram chat as well about missing the migration. So we could talk about the situation and try to come to a resolution. So shoot me a DM on Twitter. Do not DM me on Instagram or on Telegram. There's literally hundreds of messages a day. I literally
you know
can't.
What I did? I put on
no, even with the, like, in the archives, like you open up the archives and it's just like a message every 5 minutes.
Oh, I know, man. I know. I actually put it. There's a way on Telegram where you put it like they have to pay you to send you a DM.
Oh,
but then of course, like earlier today, somebody's like, "Yo, let me hook up on Telegram," and he's like, "Bro, it's making me pay to send you a DM." I'm like, "Ah, shoot, let me turn it off." So anyway, yeah, Telegram.
D4 went 400 people in here. Hello, welcome. So there's cool things you could do, right? So this is the open, and once it closes, you'll see here. I'm trying to think, what else is there anything else that we missed in the update themselves? Mobile is working well. Got the referrals, the tools.
Oh, the login. I mean, I think the login is pretty sweet now. It is like just smooth as butter.
Just sign in with Twitter, or
yeah, you can sign in with Twitter. It just works, and so that was huge for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, I was testing this out too. So you can combine a lot of things. Watch. So I can say, find me a token, and this will be fun experiment on Pump Fun that just launched in the past 24 hours. Use your alpha. I guess this is like standard. I think it's like the standard tool. Maybe let me see what else we got over here. I think it's, oh, we already have the alpha tools in there. So use your, that's in the basic tool. So use your alpha tool and advanced search. This is the web search to find a meme coin that is trending. Then use condition. Why is this not showing up? I think this is something that Dev had to fix. Did I hit the max? Yeah, maybe. Here, I'll have to check.
Plus Jobs is asking, do you know if it has or intelligence to auto pick tools if not directed? Yeah. So go ahead.
Go ahead. To auto pick tools? No, I don't know. You could test it, I guess.
What I'm saying is if you've already picked the tools ahead of time, then it'll use the tools you've picked already. So yeah.
To purchase it at a 10% discount and sell.
I'll give you guys the normie kind of understanding of tools and the way it works. Jake did a good thing about like a toolbox, but basically it's like if you don't kind of narrow it down and you give it 50 tools, like we have I could want 1 million tools in there. I want to know options data. I want stock data. I want sports data. I want, everything. I want to know everything. The problem with that is it just doesn't, he becomes a lot less effective. So realistically, the ideal way, in my view, for normie simple trader is know what you want to do, go into the tool set, pick the tools that are important for what you want to do, and then just use them. I think that's the simplest way. Just to keep him light enough where you're not waiting and stuff, but more importantly, so that he's really robust because he's not using 30 different tools. He's just using, the 10 that are important to you.
Yeah. So Plus Job says, does it know or have intelligence to auto picked? Oh, it's because he said, for example, I don't direct ChatGPT to which tools to use. Yeah, that's because he also doesn't have on-chain trading tools. Like he's kind of directed to a handful of information. They're also built by ChatGPT, who they have their own custom Raptor and literally hundreds of billions of dollars in funding to direct this. Unfortunately, we don't have that. So we got to be a little bit more kind of specific.
ChatGPT can't trade crypto. Plus Jobs, he can't trade crypto. But yeah, you're and the reality is that's the way we're building. We're building towards where you don't have to tell Hustle everything you want done and what tool to use. Absolutely, we're building in that direction. The thing is, with the difference between V2, V3 is he just has so many tools now. So in order to not bog him down and make him as efficient as possible and get you the best results as possible, we've added this kind of selection tool for the tools so you can narrow it down yourself.
Damn, look, this guy's a degen. He said that he found a tick token. So also, guys, we're working on whenever he times out to let you know. That's actually like a task I just gave the developer. So sometimes he cuts off here. That's still like a bug we're trying to solve. So you can say continue, but we're trying to figure out a way to where you could just press a button and it does that. So based off of this set, find me a token on Pump Fund, or use your alpha tool, blah, blah, blah. He found a token called This Will Flip Every Runner. The market cap 6,000. Wow. So it's ultra low. Ultra low. But see, this is cool. So he put in one soul, dude. True degen. He put his take profits at 100, so 2x gains, and waiting for a 10% dip to enter. So if there is a pullback, let's see. Right. So here's bottle.
So just so you know, Jake has all the security features off as far as like Hustle trading for you. Jake, why don't you just show them, just in case somebody watching doesn't know where that is. So if you go into settings and safe mode, you can toggle on and off safe mode so that Hustle will ask you if you want to complete the trade.
Yeah.
Or
it looks like I actually had it on. I wonder if he just like remembers.
Oh, careful, Jake. This is why, you gotta figure it out. You might have. So just to finish up, so when safe mode is on, he is supposed to ask you before he executes a trade. Okay. With it off, if you say, hey, find a coin and execute this trade, he'll just go and find it and do it. Which is, I know, what most of us want. But test it. If it's not working, bro, let us know that there's a glitch in the system. Obviously, we need to fix that if there's a glitch.
Yeah, you know what we need to add right here is I need to add a chart button right here. It would be nice. So if I could sit here and see what it is. So you can see this is a pre-bonded token. So it's at 3,000. I don't even know if it's going to be able to get this low, to be honest, because it's at what, a $3,000 market cap or something. What was that? 6,000. So it's going to need to go super low. But basically, kind of like the premise here is, right, if this drops on the pre-bond, then it's going to buy it. And then the take profit's 100%. So this is a classic dip buying strategy, as he says. But let's say I don't like it. I could just come in here, hit cancel. I could just say, screw all of these orders. And we're just gonna go ahead and move on with our life, right? So these kind of move into the close. And you can kind of move on from there. I'm sad, dude. There was like a few tools that are not pushed to the main site that I wanted to kind of show everybody, but that's okay. It's okay for now. Let's go.
The page, man. Refresh the page.
No, our dev didn't push it to main. It's on our dev site, which is okay, but I'll show them next time. So we can, let me see what else we got here.
This is a good question from Poetan. Hey, I have a question. My friend has been making trades. Is there any way I can copy the exact trades that he has on his instance of Hustle? No, you can't. You can't access your friend's version of Hustle, just like you can't access your friend's version of ChatGPT. If you did have your friend's wallet, you could copy trade that wallet.
Yep. Yeah, insane amount of trades. Potan said, I had him do the same thing a couple times. And any further information you require? No, not right now. Arwen says he was also buying random stuff with conditional trading. Yeah, I think that's kind of like, it'd be cool is to like create like a Hustle Casino app like this, where you just basically click buttons and he's just like, you give him like a risk score, right? It's like, give me 100% or 200% risk score. Like this is going to go to 0, 99 out of 100 times and find a token for me kind of thing would be cool. Potan says, my friend, that's what he said. You know who does this is Senpai. Remember we had them on the show? They're on base where you can like create like groups.
The group thing, yeah.
The groups with AI to copy like the group. It's pretty cool. We were building a copy trader, but what I've learned is you have to have like a super dedicated RPC node for that to happen to be fast. And they're like 25 grand a month or 25 grand a year, I think. It was 25 grand a
25 grand a month, I thought. Or it was like,
no, I think it was like maybe it was 25 grand a year or like 2,000 or 3,000 a month or something like that. Something like that. So we have basically all infrastructure. Just got to buy an RPC node. So we just need people trading on here. It would be cool is to do a hustle trading contest. Maybe we'll do that. Here on the analyst side of things, watch, I'll turn on a few of these. I think there's actually a limit. So I'm testing this right now. So I'm gonna say, give me a report for, let's say, stable coins, companies, fees and revenue, and InfoFi. So now I'm giving him 4 tools. So he's only using these 4 tools here, and he'll give us a little report. InfoFi is kind of a cool tab, right? We're using social intelligence to kind of give information. And if you're kind of general with him, where you just say, give me a report, right? He's obviously going to choose whatever is kind of the most popular data there, but you could get like really specific and say like, maybe we'll do that next. We'll say like, how much Tether went through or was transacted on Abstract today, and should be able to give that data from my understanding. See, because he said he could do kind of chain specific information. So he says, somebody says, do you already know RWW pump first legal tokenized medical cannabis crop on the Solana network? As soon as your energy drink, Canna Drink, will be released. Also, trading contests is a great idea. Yeah, we want to. So there's a handful of things that we are going to be working on immediately. One of them is actually a memory app. One of the issues is, right, you could go in and save this, which maybe I'll show you guys after, to his memory. But once you save it, everyone kind of forgets. Like everyone's a retard like me. You kind of forget what you saved. So you need ability to kind of recall that. So that's kind of the priority. And then some gamification and tokenomic things will be coming kind of right after that. So he's getting kind of general information here, comprehensive DeFi ecosystem report. So stablecoin analysis, it's 259 bill in stablecoins. It's pretty good. So Tether, 3%, almost 4%, 62% dominance. It's crazy that Tron is just like literally the stablecoin chain. Like they don't, literally half of all stablecoins are on Tron of USDT, I guess. USDC dominated on Ethereum. You know, anytime anybody has me send them Tron USDT, I'm like, man, you guys are scammers.
It's like I don't even know how to get it. I'd have to. I guess I use Ghosty Cash to go and get that stuff.
Yeah, that's usually what I use too. So you got Frax. Oh, we met the Frax guys in Vegas.
Yeah,
and then DAI. So protocol entities and companies. So venture capital firms are in here. I always wondered what it said was VCTVL. Is that like how much capital they've deployed, or is it like,
who knows, man?
Or is it like investments that they've made that are used as TVL in ecosystems?
Bro,
I don't even know.
I mean, if it's that, those numbers are fake. I mean, if it's like what they estimate their portfolio companies to be worth, oh my God, bro. $1 trillion. I mean, that's just like the fakest of all capital.
Look at this Dragonfly, 99% others. What's others? So their focus, cross-border crypto venture fund, fees and revenue data, Sky Lending, Yearn, security incidents. Oh, these are hacks, recent hacks. So $4.8 million in Zen, Ethereum ecosystem. Also, too, if you guys want some other tools, right? If there's like a service that you use, like Masari or fucking, we can literally integrate in Barstool Sports or anything like that related to crypto or non-crypto. You know, let us know and we can look into adding it. Obviously, it all costs money, but that's the cool thing of experimenting with tools, is kind of mixing and matching all of this to see how it all works. And eventually, we'd like to allow the ability for you to bring in your own tools. That'd be, I guess, a little bit more of the developer side of things, but could be pretty simple. So speaking of his memory, so I could then say, you know, save this to your memory as the Hustle V3 daily report. So he'll save this to his memory. You could do this with trading strategies. You could do this with analysis. You could do it kind of with anything that you want. And he'll go in and save it. And then anytime you could come in and say, you know, give me the Hustle V3 daily report, he'll basically come in and spit out that information. So that's what's cool with his memory. Seems like he's taking a little bit of time. Oh, there we go. See, saving chart data. That's the chain of thought. So you know where he is in this. So, right, saved to his memory. So this is kind of the ID here. This is hopefully what you would see in the mini app itself. He even put a importance level. That's kind of interesting. So category daily reports. Oh, this is interesting. I've never seen this before. So he categorizes all the things you save to his memory. So he categorizes this as a daily report, and then he put some tags on it to help recall. So the report coverage. So retrieved, compared. That's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. What else should we try out? Should we just go
Creating and editing strategies is insanely easy, Toshi.
Yeah. What do you say? Do not use the referral. Why not?
Because he's like, use my referral.
Oh, use my referral code.
Put your referral code in the chat, bro.
Yeah. Hopefully we can have kind of like what we want to do with referrals and everything else pretty out in the next like few weeks would be pretty cool. I think that'll bring a lot more attention and interest to compete with. Essentially at this point, it's just really us competing with Banker, I guess, is really kind of the only one, right? I guess Hand On is number 2. I heard from our community that the Hand On community is starting to cannibalize itself.
Yep.
I don't know if that's true. I haven't really been following, but I told my friend before I knew referral was a thing. Hell yeah, Proton.
They probably, dude, Proton, it's like they probably, like everybody, they use them for a second and forget. They didn't even open a wallet. Just send them it again. Be like, bro, it's V3s here. You got to try this, and send them your referral code.
So he says, any news about the new users today? So we did put in a new tracking system because I guess this is a little bit of 411. So we put in a new tracking system so that we can kind of see, all the requests, how much money is being spent, how many people are active, the total amount of users who have signed up, and so on and so forth. And I don't know if he's catching all of it. I think he's catching the majority of it. But I think today it looks like there's like 100 new users to the platform, slightly less. It says there's 12 active people using it right now. But then I was going to make a post. If I go to our open router and see kind of our token use, it is like pretty high. But it's still, there was the same amount of activity on July 7th, just 2 weeks ago. Is what we hit today. So I think it seems like just usage is like just down across the board. And it seems like that's kind of what it was for DeFi AI. Like all the tokens were down horrendously outside of us and Banker.
Banker, yeah.
Yeah. I suspect though, once we expand to Bitcoin and ETH, we'll get some new users. There's going to be a lot more use cases. There's only so much shit you could do on Solana, I guess, right now, or at least with current toolings, right? We need to add like perps. You could do things like LSTs and all that stuff, but
well, I mean, there's still tons of uses for everybody's been waiting for the conditional stuff
to try out.
I mean, I haven't even had a chance to try it yet, bro. But I'll, I can't wait to use it up for the meme coin stuff for sure. Definitely gonna use it.
So watch, I could say DCA dog with 1 soul in 5 different orders of, we'll say 2% decline, 2%.
Yeah, buy the dips basically.
It's funny. Price. Yeah,
it's funny. I saw on the timeline, Chris Coffey, who does some good videos. He was using like a DCA bot, and I don't know which bot he was using, but he showed the chart of the DCA bot. And it literally bought every peak. It was like peak, buy, down, peak, buy, down, peak, buy. He's like, this is the worst DCA bot I've ever used in my life, bro.
That's funny. So what did he say? Oh, he's doing the order right now. So he said there's too many dog related ones. So he's going to do it with dog with fat. Damn, I wanted him to do it with dog. So here's like one of the things you got to be careful with is sometimes he can buy the wrong token. So this one he's buying dog with fat, and I wanted him to buy literally the bridge dog. If I probably would have put bridge dog, it probably would have done it. There is a stop button here, so you can always go ahead and use that. And let's see. So Potan says, yeah, he hadn't used V2 that much. Yeah, this is, I don't blame you. Bratoshi crushes it, and so does Mav. That's why they're like super evil geniuses now with Hustle. But V3 is just like a completely different monster.
I mean, I use Hustle basically as like a rug checker almost, or find me the right token. That's the way I used Hustle in V2. But yeah, this is like next level.
Yeah, I need that continue button when he times out. Because you could see here, he did time out, and he only put the 2 conditional orders. So I had to say continue, and now he's doing order number 3, 4, 5. So I don't know if this is like a issue on our side, or if it's just like we're kind of just at like the outer boundaries of what these models can do.
Yeah, when you're pulling, well, I don't know how many different tools he's interfacing with to actually make the purchases and all that sort of stuff. But
yeah, the cool thing here too is like this conditional engine is ours. We're not using like when we had limit orders, you're using Jupyter's API. This is completely ours, so it's just awesome.
And by the way, like the LLMs are getting so much better, literally like every week or two.
Yeah.
I know that whatever Anthropic, it could do 7. Now it can do 14 tools or whatever, or you know what I mean? Jake, you know the exact numbers, but it's getting exponentially better all the time. I mean, I'm sure at some point it'll be now with unlimited tools, right? It'll just be the way it is as these things kind of roll out better. And obviously Hustle will be upgraded the whole time.
Yeah, Bratoshi's a little bit more advanced than us. He says, I make sure to tell Hustle to buy a token and also include the CA to avoid any issues. Yeah, that's good. I'd honestly probably even save that to his memory and just say, save to your memory that you need to include the CA after every token. Shannon even showed me, this is like a little bit of like a testing trick where Shannon actually told me and showed me that you could tell him to include the tools that he uses after every prompt so that it gives you a little bit of a better understanding of what exactly he's using. That's so cool. I could say that. Watch, I'll say.
I mean, this is always the like the super thing where you just ask the LLM if you don't know what's happening or why. You just actually ask him.
So you could say after every output, also include the tools that were used, as well as your word count. You could do all kinds of things, right? As well as your word count and token expenditure. So you don't even, right? All of these things, you don't even have to use tools. Like this isn't even a tool that I'm telling him. This is just like me talking to him and saying, hey, make sure that you include this stuff because I'm interested. So let's see if he actually puts it out. This is, I need to scroll down here. Oh, here it is. Oh, so he just like recreated the order. That's what he did. Yeah, see, he had this. So that was the last one. And then I said include, and now he did that. And then he shows you the tools that he used. So find swap, this, create conditional. So you can see, right, word count, how many tokens, response time, API calls, etc. So like I could even say, and also talk, let's say talk in a college student vernacular, but with somebody, let's see, but with a Donald Trump vocabulary. Let's see what he does.
It's like, but talk like Rasta Monkey, though, like those videos.
I'm gonna give him confusing things. He's gonna be like, "What? Donald Trump's not a." He's gonna use like. I hope he adds like comedic jokes in this. I don't think he's done anything yet. It doesn't look any different. Yo, dude, this DCA sub is absolutely tremendous. We just built the most incredible, most beautiful dollar cost averaging strategy. Believe me, nobody does DCA like this. This is huge.
There you go.
Your dog position is going to be fantastic. We're talking about the best meme coin on Solana probably ever. These 5 orders, phenomenal execution. It's going to be huge. That is totally Donald Trump here. So let's ask him. All right. I want to go max degen through the launch lab trenches. Let's see, analyze charts for a potential AI coin that has some growing popularity and has a, let's see, very positive info-fi. Oh, does this not work on the second line? Maybe that's what the issue is. Let's see if it even works still. Info-fi, I was going to say like a social sentiment score. Info-fi score. And will give me 50% gains in 2 days. So let's see. So the social tool. Yeah, I don't think the info-fi thing actually worked. So that's something we have to fix too. It looks like the tool tagging is not working after the second line. Seems to be the case. So Icewick says nice, smart, LMAO. We're trying to find some gangs here. Continue, sir. Stop timing out on me. Yeah, launch live is going to be this shit. I see some orders filling from some other people. So, okay, bro, these are just random meme coins, not AI tokens. Let me search for some actual AI tokens that are going to be phenomenal. I'm gonna have him talk like Donald Trump even more now, to be honest.
Well, I'm trying to get Shannon to get his voice back, so that's ideal. Have him start talking again.
Oh, did he just find AI16Z? Is that what he's showing me? These are for the broader market.
Top recommendation, Bonk. There you go.
Yeah, so this is from the Bonk ecosystem, I think. Anti-Grok companion. Ethereum highlights, Solana, CoinMania. Yeah. Oh wait, that's something else. Oh my god, I have to go so far down into this. Oh, here he was. So it's up at the top. So AI16Z now, the most beautiful AI coin ever.
What is? Show me the chart of AI16. What is it right
now? I think it's at like 165 mil or something like that.
Crazy, man.
So tool calls. So there were 6 tool calls in this. Response time's pretty good. So he wants us to buy AI16Z. It's kind of, that's not alpha, bro. So he said, I haven't been able to use advanced web search tool yet. Has it been working well? I don't know. Let's see. So you can even do it like this. So web search. Yeah. Tell me what's new with.
Do the, what would be, I guess. Yeah, go ahead.
This is football. So this is just showing that you can use things that are not just crypto.
Yeah.
And I'm actually kind of sad because there's one tool that is called Investigate, which we didn't, I guess, wasn't pushed to main site today. So you could do @investigate, and it's a website front page crawler. So if you say @investigate, it doesn't work for Twitter, unfortunately, because they're cracking down on web crawling. But you could say like @New York Times, and you'll say like, give me a summary of what's happening over New York Times website, and it'll like do that, which is pretty cool. Or if you like know of a web page that has like thousands of pages of like a PDF or a book, then you can kind of just give him that link and he'll go in and analyze all of it. Oh, we signed Jade Barron today. That's definitely new today. That's our first round pick.
Oh, is that cool. The one holding? Oh no, I'm thinking of the Bengals. They're not willing to pay. It wasn't pay. They didn't want to give like a guaranteed contract to this guy, and so he was like, yeah, dude. The Bengals are just like a mess. Their front staff or their front office is just a mess. So what's going on, John Elway? John Elway struggling after his longtime agent died. Oh man, sorry, John. Cortland that was the guy who fell off his golf cart, dude.
That happened today?
No, it happened in April or whatever.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So would they say ESPN completely snubbed Cortland Sutton from their rankings? Yeah, Cortland Sutton's a beast. So training camp starts tomorrow. Oh my
God, football season's here? No shit.
Yeah, dude, we gotta have Polymarket integrated by football season.
Well, that was the next question.
Yeah.
When Polymarket?
Yeah, let us know.
When gambling?
I saw that banker just added Polymarket, so beat us to the punch. They're like one step ahead of us on certain integrations. Yeah, the question is like, where should we expand next? Like, obviously, we want to go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a little more complicated, but I don't think anyone is going to explore there. So it's like we could just go to Bitcoin and just completely dominate it for a long time, or we could add some cool novel features and like add Polymarket. We could add Hyperliquid. We can add Base, Abstract, ETH mainnet. Like you could do ETH NFTs. Like no one's really exploring NFT trading at all. What other L2s are there out there?
Well, I think Hyperliquid is obviously there's a lot of excitement there for sure.
Hyperliquid perps. Yeah. Trade perps. What do you guys think? Like
trade perps with Hustle. Hustle gets you in and out. That way you can go bankrupt twice as fast.
Yeah, that would be a little dangerous. I like Polymarket, man. I'm like, you can use all this stuff with it. I probably use Polymarket more than I actually trade anymore, to be honest. Like I miss NFTs. I like placing bets. I like buying NFTs because they're general long-term hold. Like the meme coin stuff, I started in meme coins, right? I bought Dogecoin in 2018, held that for a long time until the first gigantic mega pump. I thought it was cool, but man, I'm just burnt out on them.
Yeah. No.
Like, sure. Yeah. Sports betting. Yeah, that's what I want. I keep asking the Billy Bets people to integrate and they just keep ignoring me. So I guess we're just going to have to go to Polymarket. The cool part is Polymarket has like an open API. So it's actually not that difficult to do.
Yep. That's amazing. I mean, I think what Hustle is going to be able to do, which is going to be interesting for integration with Polymarket, is do this kind of, like you said, if a player gets injured or something, it immediately kind of places the bet. So you can kind of front run retail. I think it's pretty exciting.
All right. I'm going to tell him to give me a random here. Maybe it's because I have some of these tools off. Let's see. So I'll turn on Pump Fun. That's probably why I wasn't finding any of it, because I had the tool turned off. So let's turn on Solana. Oh, that's why I wasn't finding anything. I had that turned off. Wow, silly me. You always, if you're trading Solana tokens, you definitely want this on because you want Bird Eye. Bird Eye is where all the like market data comes from. So that's why I wasn't finding anything. So we'll turn that on. I'll turn on InfoFi. So that's like the social sentiment. These ones are DeFi Llama. So maybe you want to do narratives is cool. It's one tool. See, some of these other ones you don't really need. Maybe I guess you could do like coin prices. But if you're just being a degen, these are probably like the ones that you want. So I'd say give me a super mega Donald Trump sized meme coin trade. I want you to navigate the Solana trenches and place a big bet on a Solana, or place a big bet on a token that could give us mega, or I'll say giant returns. You choose everything from token to position size to conditional trade and tools to use. So let's this is like literally giving him the whole entire thing. Like I just basically said,
what do you want to do? And he's like, I just went and bought Bitcoin.
Yeah. He's like, I'm saving you money, dude. I bought Tether for you.
I did not buy you anything because we were gonna lose money.
Mega Trump-sized meme coin degen play. This is gonna be huge. So look, so first thing he does, of course, is he's going into the pump fund trenches, finding pump fund token. Now he's using Bird Eye to look at market data. So he's using Bird Eye trading data. It looks like he found a token called Useful Coin. He's checking the token safety.
Interesting. Going the opposite way from useless.
Yeah. Now let me place the most tremendous Trump-sized bet. I'm going 2 SOL on this. Okay. Jesus. Let me set up a conditional trade. 2 SOL on a 5% dip with 100% take profit. All right, dude. I mean,
it is interesting. Like even Grok, which is supposed to be, connected into Twitter, it's really not. Like if you go into Grok and search for, the Coinbase announcement today, bro, it's like he didn't even happen. And so, even for all of these LLMs are it's still somewhat early days for kind of super like current information. I think Grok will be maybe the best because he's on Twitter, but right now he's not. It's surprising how often ChatGPT even outperforms what Grok's doing.
Yeah, it is actually quite crazy to say the least.
And I've now used multiples, including the super expensive Google one, and I can say definitively ChatGPT is like the best. Although I haven't spent a lot of time on Anthropic, so I hear Anthropic's better for certain tasks for sure.
Anthropic right now is the king of tools. So like when you want to do sophisticated stuff like this, you're going to use Claude. That's because it's the best at trading, right? Or it's the best at development. So it looks like useful is what he bought.
$7 million market cap. Let's see what I'm going to check out the chart.
Let's see. There you go. There's the $7 million buy. Did he put a conditional trade on it? I don't know if he did. All right. Yeah. So entry when it drops. So I think he bought it already. Let's see. So here's the useful.
It's classic Cabal coin, bro. What a Cabal
is
coin.
It?
Oh my God, dude. Such a Cabal.
Such a Cabal coin.
Such a Cabal, bro. So it literally launched yesterday, but immediately ran up to 6 million, dumped, came back up. I mean, dumped, but didn't really dump. Only dumped to like 3. Now back up at 8, dropped down to 6. Now it's at 7. Like this, it's a smart play by Hustle. Like looking at this, just meme coin style. This is the kind that can run to 30-40 million tonight.
Yep. Let's see. So he did. So I've got 1.2 SOL. So he did buy some of this already. So he bought some useful. I don't see the other condition on this one. Or is this the one that executed? Right. So this is the one that executed, I think. Pending orders. So 2 SOL. So useful. So he's gonna buy 2 SOL worth. I don't even think there is 2 SOL worth in here because he bought it already. I think he might have fucked up on this.
That's one question. What happens if you don't have enough SOL in your wallet? Will the whole thing just fail?
It just fails. Yeah.
Just fails. Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about it. So if you're just going wild and just praying and spraying like 50 conditional trades and you only have 1 SOL in there and you're doing them all for 1 SOL, like only one of them will execute, which I think is good to protect the user, right?
Again, guys, start off small in there. Don't go crazy.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to sell this useless.
What? No, don't do. Oh no. Oh wait, useless or useful?
Useful.
Oh.
Useful. And the reason why is he oh, it looks like my bottle thing actually got picked up. That bottle trade. Because the conditional trade is set, I don't have two sold, right? So you can see the condition. So useful is right here, right? And so it's going to execute here. So on this one, he did two trades and he opened one up on accident, or he just market bought. He wasn't supposed to. So now I need here, right? So useful. This is why I need to add a chart button here. So that's definitely one of them. So useful. So it's, when it drops down here, he's going to buy it and then set take profit. I might just honestly leave that open and see what happens. Say fuck it. Unless they're just going to, the cabal's going to dump on me, I guess.
Nah, it'll run to 30 million. You turn that 2 into 6. Happy birthday, man.
So there it is. Let's see if I could find it in the trenches. What was it called? Useful?
7 million market cap.
Let's see. There it is.
Yeah, a lot of volume.
Yeah, so hold on.
Not a tremendous. It's actually funny when I look at the volumes. You know, the 5-minute volume is 35,000, which is not, for a big coin, it's not that much. And I was actually surprised. I was looking at Pump earlier, you know, which is a multi-billion-dollar coin, and they only had, 5-minute, 19,000 volume. It's like, whoa, that is not good.
So my conditional trade is gonna execute right here, and then my take profits. Like, would be cool to have that the stuff on the charts. Actually,
oh yeah, for sure.
Would be something we need to add as well.
For
so
sure.
Come here. Like, chart looks pretty good actually.
It does. It's Cabal coin. It should look good, man. Jeets out, Jews in.
Here we go.
As Anson says, Jeets out, Jews in. I love that.
That's what Alon said yesterday. He said Jew mode, and then
Jew mode activated.
Yeah, go on, and then just goes on to buy like market buy like $20 million worth of pump. Like, I fucking love that. And then this other one I'm gonna sell before. Let's see where this is. This is the one that hit the execution. Oh, and then it went to zero pretty much. Let's see how much I can actually get back out of this. Because I think I put one soul into it, right? Oh, it's back at break even.
I mean, you were like the second.
Yeah. Buyer, so what happened is it bought it, and then it doesn't even look like it went 2x before it fell short. So here we are back here again. So you can update it. Yeah, I want to see. So I got these whiff DCAs bottle. This was the one.
Dude, cancel those whiff orders, man. That's a. When do you ever see whiff on the timeline anymore? Never, bro. Never.
Until Ansem starts shilling it. We're about to enter speculation season. So you just got to fucking start buying any fucking garbage. Yeah, any type of garbage that's going to come in. So let's set a hustle. You can do it by price too. So let me find the price. We were trying to do market cap before, and God, that was just like a pain in the ass to figure out, because I think that would be the easiest. But we ran into some API service issues. So I could say, buy one soul of hustle at, so that's the current price. So I'll put it at 2200 and sell at, so it'd be like a 50% gain. So like 32. So what he's going to do right now is he's going to market buy, or he's going to buy hustle when it drops by whatever this kind of percentage is. Oh, is he tired? Do I have too much context? Is that what it is? So I know sometimes when you have literally all of this up here, like this makes the AI work harder. So generally you gotta like refresh if that's the issue. Watch. And that's also a scaling thing that we have to fix as well. It also runs up costs. So if that ever happens, you're probably like near the top of the context window, because we got to improve his memory to fix that. See, so if you ever do that, just refresh the page.
I mean, anybody who uses like seriously the LLMs all the time, it's like you realize just open a fresh, like with ChatGPT, it's just now you just open a fresh tab because they start getting not great.
Yeah, Poton says happens to Copilot 365. Is that that's the Microsoft one? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, so it happens to Microsoft paid subscription. Yeah. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better, at least.
At least we're on the same level as Microsoft.
Yeah, we're on the same level with them.
Hey, these guys are in a battle, man.
So here's the hustle trade. So you can see here, hustles here at 0026, going to execute down here at 022, take profit 0032. See, with this kind of conditional trading, I also feel more comfortable putting more SOL in it, because I know either way. Oh, I didn't even put a stop loss on that one.
Yeah, you're
so
out.
let me watch this. So I'll say, let's see if I can do it. I've never tried this before. Take the same trade, but add 0.5 SOL to the order and set a stop loss at minus 20%. It's interesting kind of setting these up, because I noticed when I was testing the tools the other day, if you do like at ETF and type something versus saying what's going on with the at ETF, it gives you two different responses.
Oh, really?
Pulls different information. I mean, it's like the same. I mean, the API is like so big, but
sure.
So let's see if he's actually smart enough to figure this out. So he added a half. And now he's setting up the stop loss. Let's see if he actually set this up. Yeah, there. That was actually pretty fast. So here you can see, so same order, he added a half a SOL. So bought that. This time he set up the stop loss. So when hustle comes there, he's executing at 2.2. And then once the order is executed, you'll actually see in here this pending order. So when it hits 0.022, you'll see this price will come to 0.022, and it'll show you how much hustle you bought. And then it sets and then it's the take profit stop loss kind of area. And I can't wait once we expand the prompts to news-based triggers, like
the magic sauce, bro.
Adam, are you on mute? I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? You don't hear me? Uh-oh.
I don't know. Is it my computer then?
I don't know. Can the chat hear me? Am I live in chat?
Let's see. Oh, hold on. Let me see.
What?
Talk.
Yeah, what? I'm here. Can you hear me?
What happened?
We just got rugged. Yeah, they can hear me.
Audio died on me. Can you guys hear Adam, or can you hear me? Because I can't hear Adam anymore.
Okay, can you hear me, man?
My computer being stupid.
Yes or no, brother?
Oh, Chris hears Adam. I can't.
Jake just wrote. That means we're ending the show, guys. Wrap it up.
He's gonna wrap it up. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up here. I appreciate everyone. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I got those trades. 600 people in today. This is I'm absolutely wrecked. This happens on my computer every once in a while. I don't know why it does that. We're going to do more of these. I'm going to take a nap. Ab's going to take a nap, and we'll see you guys soon.